Hey, welcome back everyone. So this is just a quick comparison of the performance difference we see between the Legion Go on Windows and then the Legion Go S with SteamOS. Both are the Z1 Extreme or the Z1 Extreme variants. The Legion Go has auto VRAM set, so it can use as much as it needs. And then for the Legion Go S with SteamOS, it has 16 gigs of VRAM dedicated to it and 16 gigs of system RAM. So I've saved myself in the same spot in the game. I own both copies. Well, it's the same copy, except one is in offline mode and the other one's in online mode to try and get them to the same spot. And I'll kind of go over the settings I'm using. Just keep in mind, one of them has a matte screen protector, this one, and that one has a gloss screen protector. So if you see any differences, it's coming down from the screen protector. I'm going to crank the brightness up on this one. And I'll do the same for this one. Well, you can see it suffering already. There we go. Both are set to a 15 watt TDP. So it's Apple's. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this. 15 watt TDP on both. I'll also get rid of VSync, just to be on the safe side. Oh. So yeah, VSync should be off on both. Both of them are running 15 watt TDP. Let's go over the settings. So for this one, the settings I'm using. So first of all, display settings, we have borderless windowed at 1600 by 1000. I'll set it to the resolution that one is, which is 19200. So this should be the same internal resolution for both. And I'll just set it to all low for both, just so that we get a better idea. Graphics, it's on auto right now, but we'll just do very low. I'm just going to hit apply because that's fine. This is very low. Right? And then let's do the same on this one. We'll go to options, display. Sorry for the background noise. They just decided to cut the grass. So yeah, again, it's at 1900, except I have a frame cap on at 30. I'm just gonna unlock it. And then graphics, we're just gonna do all low again. Apply. I didn't restart both of them, so it should be similar. So off the back, we can see that this one's already running at 40 frames per second. Same settings, same everything, right? The VRAM consumption is 6.4, so before someone says that it doesn't have enough RAM, this one's only consuming 6.4. And we're getting close to 40 frames per second. And keep in mind, this is a very light environment. It's not a very complicated scene, not a lot of foliage, none of that. And then if we look at here, this one's only getting 32 frames per second. So it's missing a solid 10 frames per second before we go on and say, oh, the VRAM difference. It's trying to allocate it 6.4 gigs. We still have system RAM left over, 13.8 out of 15.2. And this one's actually gotten the handicap in the sense that this one has the handicap where I only have 6 cores enabled just to be able to give it more power to the GPU. The other one over there has full 8 cores enabled. I can't really turn them off. And we're seeing that it's only getting 30 frames per second. Here, I'll even look at the same sign on both. So we'll focus on this west wing. And we'll focus on the west wing too on here. There. So same location, same everything. This one's getting 40. Now let's do the experiment where I'm going to crank the TDP up to 17, which is what I typically played on the old one because it seems like the sweet spot. What are we getting now? We're getting almost 50. We're seeing 48, 49. We're seeing about 48 frames per second. If we do the same on this one, right? Let me zoom out. So go over to custom. It says 21. Let's bring it down to 17. So there we go. What do we get? We got 39 to 40 frames per second. What is this one getting? This one's getting 48, 49. So that's a solid improvement of roughly, so at 40, 10% is 4. So almost 20% faster just by switching the OS out. Someone's going to comment that, oh, it's because it has VRAM. The system still has RAM available to it, and I've seen this thing go all the way up till 14. So, and there's nothing running in the background. Except for the Steam client, there's nothing. It's like bare bone. I'm in the full screen experience for Xbox as well. And yeah, so this is a very rough comparison between both of these. And mind you, they're both roughly the same loudness when it comes to the fan, but the performance difference is just crazy between the two different OSs. I originally had this, and well, the figures are in front of you. It's the same game, same config, everything's the same, but one of them's getting so much more frame rate. Now here, I'll do the other experiment. Well, I'll try and go down and see how much I need to hit 30. So this one I already know off the back what it needs to get down to 30 because I've been playing it so much. If you bring it down to like 12, it'll just hit 30 frames per second. Yeah, so right there we're seeing about 29. Let me try and crank it a little bit more. So okay, that extra watt between 12 and 13 gives you about 34 frames per second, right? 13 watt TDP is what it's set to. Now on here, let's see what I need to get to that 37 frames per second. So if I set it to 13 in this case, we're seeing 25. Actually, let me do it better. So we're seeing 26 frames per second right now at the 13 watt TDP. Now let's change it so that we get it to 30. Do we get it at 14? There we go. So now we have 30 in the same scene, right? 100%. Using 6.5, 12.6, 31 FPS, and then matching, sorry, if I match 14 watts on here, let's see what we get. We have 38, so we're getting a whole lot more frames per second for the same wattage, simply due to the OS. This is how much better SteamOS is for games compared to Windows, and this Windows install on here I've like tried and debloated as best as I can. There's no unnecessary tasks running in the background. There's no unnecessary apps on the system. Like I've removed like OneDrive and everything, and we're still seeing this.